This is my continuing coverage of the health care bill. We are now on page number 74. Additional reporting requirements, section 6033 of such code relating to returns by exempt organizations is amended by redesignating subsection M and subsection N and inserting after subsection 1 the following. Okay, like they tell us exactly where this thing is supposed to be. M. Additional information required from co-op insurance. An organization described in section 501c29 shall include on the return required under subsection A the following information. The amount of the reserves required by each state in which the organization is licensed to issue qualified health plans. The amount of reserves on hand. Application of tax on excess benefit transactions, section 4958E1 of such code defining applicable tax-exempt organization is amended by striking paragraph 3 or 4 and inserting paragraph 3, 4, or 29. 1. General Accounting Office Study and Report. Study. The Comptroller General of the General Accountability Office shall conduct an ongoing study on competition and market concentration in the health insurance market in the United States after the implementation of the reforms in such markets under the provisions of and the amendments made by this act. Such study shall include analysis of new issuers of health insurance in such market. And this goes on to talk about reports. And you know what? We're going to skip all this because we've talked about co-ops long enough. Section 1323, Community Health Insurance Option. Voluntary nature. No requirement for health care providers to participate. Nothing in this section shall be construed to require a health care provider to participate in a community health insurance option or to impose any penalty for non-participation. In other words, if a hospital decides that they don't want to negotiate with a community health insurance option, they don't have to. That might be a good thing, it might not be a good thing. No requirement for individuals to join. Nothing in this section shall be construed to require an individual to participate in a community health insurance option or to impose any penalty for non-participation. So in other words, if somebody does not want to be a part of a community health insurance option, they don't have to. And no penalty is going to be given to them because they decided not to. Alrighty. State opt-out. In general, a state may elect to prohibit exchanges in such state from offering a community health insurance option if such state enacts a law to provide for such prohibition. So in other words, these community health insurance options may not appear in your state exchange. Termination of opt-out. A state may repeal a law described in subparagraph A and provide for the offering of such option through the exchange. Establishment of community health insurance option. Establishment. The Secretary shall establish a community health insurance option to offer through the exchanges established under this title other than exchanges in states that elect to opt out as provided for in subsection A3, healthcare coverage that provides value, choice, competition, and stability of affordable, high-quality coverage throughout the United States. So, the Secretary can create a community healthcare option, but the state can say, hey, we're not going to include it in our exchange. Too bad. So now it's going to talk about the community health insurance option. In this section, the term community health insurance option means a health insurance coverage that, except as specifically provided for in this section, complies with the requirements of being a qualified health plan, provides high value for the premium charged, reduces administrative costs and promotes administrative simplification for beneficiaries, promotes high-quality clinical care, provides high-quality customer service to beneficiaries, offers a sufficient choice of providers, and complies with state laws of any except as otherwise provided for this title relating to the laws described in Section 1324B. Okay, it's probably a good idea in my next video to talk to you more about community health insurance options. So in my next video, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I will stop this video for now. I will tell you more in a future video, so stay tuned.